Hope you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Sullivan Alex. Gave my latest review on Dragon Ball Super episode 77. So the Universal Survival arc now begins. Now things are gonna get very very interesting right now. This story is gonna be probably the last big story we're gonna get in Dragon Ball Super. All the gods coming together and fighting. I really enjoyed this episode a lot. One of the things I really enjoyed is that the opening, the new opening, which was called Break Limit and X Survival. It's pretty awesome when you get to see the background, everything change. You get to see all the gods of destructions from all 12 universes, all the fighters. You even get to see some old characters like like 17. There was a big rumor that he was coming out. He was coming back. He's going to be a part of the new the survival arc, and we're going to see some old characters return. It's a very big deal. This multi-universe tournament. How all the gods from all the universes. I remember hearing about this. Back during the whole Universe 6 for the Universe 7 arc. That got me very excited. The Universe 6 and Universe 7 was one of the best parts about Dragon Ball Super because they introduced some new story and not just other stories that they took in from the movies. There was actually something new. But we also confirmed that there's not going to be another Battle of Gods movie. Yeah, I wish that. And anyway, let's get started with the main story. We get to see that Zen-Oh-sama, the past and future versions of Zen-Oh-sama, they're playing chess. It's like galactic chess. They use the planets. It's like probably like chess pieces. They move around. Move them. Remember, they have more power than the gods of destruction. They have the ability to wipe out an entire universe from existence. That's one of the things you got to remember. And that's one of them. Imagine the two of them. They could probably wipe out all the universes together with their combined force energy, like that. Without even batting an eye. That's one of the things I gotta know. And we have to see Goku. We get to see him. He's working. He's putting in the vegetables. He took the vegetables that he harvested to the farmer's market. Finally, Chi-Chi gets to stop nagging on him and that he hasn't earned a single penny. I mean, he's working now, right? I mean, he's getting paid now. So that's good, But one of the things I gotta know, how did he on his way back from the market after getting paid and doing such a good job? How the guys tried to rob him, At first it looked like a guy with engine trouble. They tries to rob him. He has a new truck that Bulma gave him, which is pretty, pretty messed up. One of the things I gotta note about Dragon Ball Super, they do a good job at character development, but they also good job in displaying the characters' strengths and other characters, in the background to develop them and make them look better. It's obviously Goku kicked their asses. He came out on top and didn't bat an inch. He even told them to get a job. That was probably the best line in the episode. That's one of the things that probably made me laugh. However, Goku gets scratched, so he gets the idea to go train. He has Krillin to train him, and Krillin's like, he's busy. He's a cop, so he got criminals of his own to deal with. And I feel bad for Krillin. He's a cop. He has to face this kind of thing every day. Criminal scumbags. But that makes him kind of a hero. In his own way. We get to see that he asks for Whis and Beerus to trade him. At first they refuse, but then they offer him some food. They go in. How Goten, she wants to tag along. Goten wants to tag along, train with Goku. But Chi-Chi's not having it. How they sneak off while she's, while she has her eyes closed. Because she's mad at him because but Goku never earns a work in a day in his life and never got money. And now he does. The thing is, he kept it a secret. He never told her that he got paid. So if he just told her the thing that he would have gotten paid, that he would have made things easier. But that's just gonna make Chi-Chi mad at him even more. Both of them just snuck out. And she doesn't want Goten to train because she wants Goten to be a scholar like her brother. But Goten's not like her brother. He's not like Gohan at all. And he's a little kid. He's a lot like his father. And speaking of fathers, we get to hear some good news. Bulma is pregnant, which is pretty awesome. I remember her name. I remember the daughter's name was Bala, and I only remember that from watching Dragon Ball GT. Please don't judge me for watching GT, man. This was a long time ago. I don't even watch GT right now. I'm not even watching GT right now because because I'm not streaming or I'm not interested in it right now. But they did give us Super Saiyan 4 and stuff like that, even though it wasn't canon to the original story, they give us some good moments. Some, not a whole bunch, anyway. Enough about that. Well, Bulma, well, being pregnant, is very good for Vegeta. How Vegeta's becoming the loyal father, when Goku asks him to go train with him, he stays behind. He's right now is important to be a good father and husband, Oh, it's pretty funny when you think about it, How Goku even says that when Goku was born, I was dead, so that's not that's not exactly something you bring up for an argument like that. It's pretty hilarious when you think about it. And now that Bulma's pregnant, Vegeta's not gonna leave her side. It's obviously the Vegeta there's a lot he cares about, Even though he doesn't show his emotional side at times, but there are some things, there are things very important that he cares about. One, his same pride, right, and another being his family, including his wife Bulma. Now that she's pregnant with their second child, he's not gonna leave to make sure. He's gonna make sure he stands by her side, make sure she's okay, which is thumbs up for me. Be the good dad, be the good father. We even get to see Goten and Trunks. They talk about training, they're gonna decide to train together. Enough in the side story. She shows up, he takes Goku away, he hears the details, says congratulations. They go off. How Goku, in the middle of his training, he remembers the universal tournament that Zen-Oh was talking about. He keeps calling him Zen-chan, Beerus is not having it, because he is the king of everything, Zen-Oh-sama, which is pretty good when you think about it. He wants to have the tournament. Goku wants to have a tournament, but Beerus refuses to let him, influence this, because he's telling him to drop it, Because he doesn't want Zen-Oh-sama to get involved. Remember, Zen-Oh-sama has the ability to wipe out whole universes by himself and he can do it without batting an eye. Right, and without sweating. And that's just one of them. Now there are two Zen-Oh-samas, there are even more problems, which is something you got to think about. For me, I really would like to see this tournament. I mean, the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament was awesome, but now it's going to be very different, I mean, this involves all the universes, all fighters. It looks like we're gonna get a new Saiyans. And what new Saiyans? Let's just say it involves those of the gender variety, and I mean the opposite gender, not male. So that was going to spell that out for you. And legendary Super Saiyans is being thrown around everywhere, the Dragon Ball Z fan in me is excited for this. However, Beerus doesn't want Goku to initiate this tournament because if Zeno-sama gets involved, that could mean that things could go all hell. However, Zeno-sama, he may look sweet and act like a child, but he is very powerful. So you gotta treat him with respect and don't make him angry because he will get rid of you, and everything around you as well. He's the most powerful being in the freaking universe. Well, universes, in the whole multiverse. However, he doesn't listen to Beerus. He tricks the button. He goes directly to Zeno-sama. Much to Beerus's dismay. And he meets the high priest. They talk a little bit. And they agreed to the tournament. However, the reason why it hadn't happened yet is because they forgot. Remember, they're both the same person, just from different timelines. And now the fact that they forgot, is pretty interesting, it's pretty funny when you think about it, but looks like they're gonna go ahead and do the tournament anyway. They talk, they get ready for the tournament. However, Beerus, is furious with Goku. He doesn't want this thing to happen, so he has to teach him a lesson. He gets a punch in the face, and Goku kind of deserved it. Beerus told him not to do something, and he went to do it. He was so hyper and excited, he went for it like a child, like a kid in a candy store. He just couldn't help himself, That's one thing about Goku that you gotta know. Once his eagerness takes him over, he listens to no sense of logic, it just goes out the window. And I'm not dissing Goku or disrespecting his character in any way. That's just me pointing stuff out. However, things are getting underway for the tournament. They're going to inform all the Supreme Kais. Alright, so they're going to talk with them. And it looks like they're going to gather all the gods. That clown god, this furry cat god. It looks like also that weird elephant god. This god is apparently from the universe 10. And that means Zama's universe. Zama's and Goro's universe, where the whole Goku Black arc, all the problems originally came from, the god that failed to stop Black, that's not you gotta think about. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed and watched it. I really love this episode, especially the theme and things are going so well for them. I can't wait to see what happens next. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed and watched it. Subscribe. Thank you. This is Solomon asking my latest review on Dragon Ball Super, episode 77. I'm out. Peace. Bye.